Hello, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate your time a lot. And thank you, Spirit, for being here today for this reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and rising signs, also Venus placements. Or if you're here because you love a Taurus, like I do, and you're cross-watching because you want to see what energy Spirit wants them to tap into at this time. Whenever you see this video, this reading is for you. All right, what have we got for Taurus today? All right, okay. Not gonna lie, as a Virgo, I love it when it flips out like that, so I can put the cards away and have a reveal. I know, you didn't ask, but I'm telling you anyways. Abundance, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Abundance comes from inner fulfillment and outer effort. Duh. But I mean, because I think people automatically think abundance, money. Yes, sure, money's great. Money makes the world go around, blah, 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 blah. You need money to buy things, gas for your car, food for your body, all that shit, fine. But you can have a full belly and a full tank of gas and not realize that those are the things that you're grateful for. Those are the things that you're abundant in. It's not the money that got you there. It's what it is achieving, how you got it, your positive energy, your faith in knowing it's all going to work out for you. Telling yourself, Taurus, everything works out for me, because everything does work out for you. Maybe not in the ways you want it to, and that's sometimes where the struggle is, because we get picky. We get like a little Four of Cupsy. It's not exactly what I wanted. Yeah, it's a new Jaguar, but you know what? I really wanted the maroon one, and they only had the navy blue, so not exactly what I wanted. Poor choice, I'm sure, because not everybody wants a fucking Jaguar, but I don't know why that popped into my head. But we have to sometimes change our view. Really stop, think about what our goals are, what we said to ourselves this time last year, and said, okay, in a year I would like to have ba 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 ba. Do you have any of those things? Now, are they the version that you wanted it in? Because sometimes we need to let that part go and just take it as abundance. Take it as a win. Take it as wish fulfillment. It's just in a different shape. Because the universe knows what it's doing. The universe knows exactly what it's doing. Even when the bad things happen to you, you have to choose to flip yourself, because that's what the hangman is, right? The hangman thinks about life differently on purpose. The hangman takes itself and flips itself upside down so that it can say, okay, you know what? I'm not seeing things clearly. I'm going to hang upside down and see what... I mean, obviously no one's not telling you to go lay upside down on your bed or hang upside down on one of those machines, even though that would be cool. But it's more just about changing your perspective on what you think abundance is, because it may be right in front of you and you're not seeing it. So, let's get a little more into it with tarot. Thank you, Spirit, for being here today for Taurus. I know I love a Taurus, and I love a lot of Taurus, but also, if you are a Taurus moon, sun, rising, this is for you. So we thank you for these messages that are coming through, Spirit, for the recent past, current energy, and the future energy. We'll look into the recent past first. Thank you, Spirit. Four of Pentacles. Treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. And the thing is that it's the four. That's a great way to look at the Four of Pentacles, because the Four of Pentacles, we can get into an attitude of, if we're changing, and I know I definitely have struggled with this, really have struggled with this, changing my mindset about money, and growing up in a depending on how old you are in this world. I had boomer parents, and they grew up in scarcity, so their mindset was the same. It definitely got better, but it's hard to switch your mindset when it's ingrained in you and you've only seen the results of what you've been taught. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but if it does, then You understand what I'm saying? But it really is the law of attraction. What you're putting out is what you're going to get back. So with the Four of Pentacles, a lot of times we get into this mindset of, okay, you know what? I have this, this, this. I've been able to save $15,000 in the bank. I don't want to touch that $15,000 in the bank because what if, what if, what if? But that worry, that the boundaries sometimes can be too tight because you don't want to make it so that way that's how you're living your life. Again, if you're putting in that, because that's a mindset of lack again, right? It is. It's so important to, yes, set boundaries. Don't spend frivolously. Make sure you have all your resources intact. And you're not just giving them away willy nilly. And again, not just money. I'm talking about everything that you're abundant in. Your time, your energy, your everything. If you have a best friend and they're constantly being negative and you're not, they're taking your positivity because you're depleting it by handing it away to them over and over and over and over again instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to show you how I got here and I'm going to give you a little bit of my positive energy, but I need to keep this for myself. That's okay. That's Four of Pentacles. But when you get to the point where you're so conservative about where you put your money, your time, your energy, all that shit that you're not sharing at all, you're not just pinching and saving and scrimping. You're getting to the point where you're worried about not having enough. So that's the attitude of lack. The mentality, the energy, that's Five of Pentacles energy. And it's very easy to slip into that if you're being so tight with everything. So the reason this card is asking you to, oh my God, there's two. That's amazing. I love it. The reason this card is asking you to, I'm going to show you that in a minute, but the reason it's asking you to spend a little on yourself is because you want to stay in the flow of, oh, I have enough. Instead of changing it, instead of thinking, okay, I don't have enough, so I'm going to make sure I hold on to this $15,000. It's okay, wait, you know what? I've been able to save $15,000 in X amount of time. That means I can do it again. The universe is not going to let me fall. That's the attitude you need to have. So you know what? Go out, spend, and buy something. I'm not saying spend $5,000, but go buy something shiny, like something frivolous. Of that $15,000, there's no reason why you can't take 75 of it and go buy something pretty for yourself. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy. As a guy, it could be an amazing touchless car wash. Not that girls can't appreciate that, because for me, I live in a place with a lot of snow. I would fucking love that. And it's about $75. So something for yourself that would make your car shiny. Like whatever the shiny thing in your life is. I'm just using that as a metaphor, but do it. That still leaves you with $14,025. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. It's $14,025 and a shiny fucking car. And I love that was underneath of that was the devil, because that attitude is shit. The attitude of I don't have enough. These two combined, this is not good, because this is not talking about an addiction to like drugs or alcohol or gambling, all the big bads. You know, the small bads. They think that the small bads that you think are insignificant are the mindset of lack, not having enough. What's gonna happen if that kind of shit, that bad thinking, leads you to the point of your boundaries and your borders are so tight, you don't let anything in or out. So you're blocking the abundance coming in, and you're blocking sharing it with the people that need it. You gotta get more creative in how you do that. But that was the recent past. We're going to check in and see what the current energy is. I'm hoping for Nine of Pentacles, because that's the attitude of gratitude and being grateful and seeing what you have been able to do. Or Six of Pentacles, something like that. Alright, Spirit. What do we got in the current energy for beautiful Taurus? I love my Taurus peeps. Five of Wands. See? It ends up in the five because this is the arguments. The arguments can be two things. Let's look at both sides. The arguments could be coming from, let's see, the not so great part. The not so great part is you succumbing to this and really fighting people for time and energy and money because you're so caught up in get away, don't ask me for anything mode, because you're so worried about not having enough. And that's okay. Sometimes those fears come in because we're scared. I'm sorry. We're scared of the outcome of something. Say you're not sure if your company's going to be sold and you're going to have a job. Say you're not sure if your car is going to make it for the next 6 months. That sort of thing. Those are very real fears. Say you have somebody in your family whose health is not doing very well. Real fears. I'm not saying to pretend that those things aren't true. What I'm saying is staying positive, feeding good energy into that is going to yield more good energy. The other part of this could be you fighting to get away from this mentality because somebody's putting it on you. Okay? Somebody's putting their worry and mindset of lack and it's not going to be enough and all that kind of shit. Why aren't you worried? Why aren't you worried? Why aren't you worried? Because you've adopted this amazing attitude of you know what? I am abundant. The universe always has my fucking back. The universe is not going to leave me hanging. Not going to leave me without a job. Not going to not help my people with the health issues. Not going to be there if something happens to them. Not going to all the knots. Leaving that behind and leaving the person or the people who are making you feel that behind is going to be a challenge. They're gonna put up a fight. They're going to want your energy. They're going to want your time. They're going to want your money. They're going to want all the things that you have been providing for them. And they're not going to want you to send that anywhere else. They're not going to want you to buy that shiny car wash because what if? What if? Well, you know what? You earned that abundance. You've gotten this far to where you are today because the universe has your back. You're still here. You're still providing to the point where other people are going to be mad that you're taking that away. So fuck them. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say it. The universe is saying, focus on your abundance. What do we have in the future position, please, here? Because I know people are going to give you a hard time about walking away from... and you know what? It's not just people. It's not random people. It could be your family. Maybe you have a family who grew up so poor that they can't understand why you'd want to spend any money on a nice car wash. On getting the undercarriage done. Yeah, I'm sticking with the car wash analogy. We'll get through it. But think about it. It's for the not just the shiny thing, but it's for the betterment of your car. It keeps away the rust. It keeps your the leaves and all the gunk and the sediment and all that shit, the sand, all that stuff that's on the highway and the back roads. It keeps from getting all up in your car because yes, I'm from New England car, but it keeps you from getting all up in there because you've taken care of it. So whatever the shiny thing is that you're going to do, it makes you happy. It makes you smile. And guess what? That brings in more goodness. So that's not a waste of $75, is it? Future position. What do we got going on here for a beautiful Taurus? Thank you, Spirit. 7 of Wands. Yes. 7 of Wands is standing your ground. Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm so proud of you. That's awesome. Okay. So we can see where this is going, right? We can see that choosing to keep your boundaries in place in regards to this situation, because this is clearly about someone or something in your life that's taking away from your positivity and the realization that you are abundant, and making you so scared that you're going to lose that you're like, whoop, and tighten it all up. Can't operate life, you can't come at life that way. You're not going to continue to build. It's going to be so slow. Like, we're talking Knight of Pentacles here because it's slow progress because you're limiting yourself with these tight-ass boundaries. There's no reason for that. You're not operating from an actual position of lack. You're abundant, Taurus. So despite the fact that things are going to come fighting for you and the situations in your life are going to happen to make you think you're not excelling and doing well, stand your ground, because that's what this is. 7 of Wands is standing your ground and saying, no, I know what I'm talking about here. Because you do. Bottom of the deck. Oh, that was King of Wands. Beautiful. Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Romanticize the present moment in every chance you get. seeing the good, because the Page of Cups is the butterfly, right? The butterfly's in the stomach that, oh, everything's awesome and rose colored glasses. The Knight of Cups is operating from that position. It's moving forward with those rose colored glasses on. It's not just staring up into the sky going, oh, wow, or looking up in the distance and daydreaming like the Page does, because that's an amazing feeling. I love the Pages because they're not worried about getting hurt. And that's the energy they bring to the Knight. And the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Hearts, which that is, knows it's going forward with those rose-colored glasses. Like, they're not worried about getting hurt because you are abundant. And that's exactly what you do when you're the Seven of Wands. These two together, yeah, standing your ground and moving forward with this full-ass cup, with the not worried about getting hurt by this situation, is going to make everything just fly right in. Because it's going to give you Chariot, it's going to give you Eight of Wands, mainly because of your attitude. Seeing things as they really are, as opposed to the fears, changes it all. You're abundant, Taurus. There's no question about it. You choose what your abundance is going to be in, but you are abundant. And you can make shit happen, and you have made shit happen. Alright, Spirit, what do we got here? Whoa. Yep. Ten of Pentacles, as we all know, is about your legacy. Building the future. The things in life that you not only are building for the people around you now, but for the future. And that's the motivation here. Behind the, I don't want to say tendency, because you did change it, but the instinct to hoard, to make sure you have enough, to guard against everything taking all you've worked for away. That's what the Four of Pentacles does. But the Ten of Pentacles is your legacy. That's what you've been working for. This was the motivation for you being a penny pincher, for you not sharing and not doing things for yourself because you're like, oh, I can't afford to do that right now. What if? The what ifs are the devil. And the what if is what if it's not enough to leave for my family and my friends and the people that I love. Five of Wands is here in the current position because, why do I have the Five of Wands here? Thank you, Spirit. The Knight of Swords. And we said, like, the Knights are the action cards. The Knights are moving forward. You are moving forward here with this plan. Because you are clear. That's what the swords are. The swords are air, and it's the mind. You are clear that not only is this going to work, but this is going to benefit your family, your peeps. And you do have enough. You know you have enough, which is what the mind is telling you. It's what the sword is telling you. You are free to move forward. The Page of Swords would say, I'm not worried about this bombing here. I'm not worried about this not falling flat on my face. I'm not gonna fall off this bike. Because the night's gonna come and we're gonna fly with this idea. Not thinking badly anymore and not gonna carry around this worry. Why do we have this Seven of Wands here? Because we're not backing down. We're not backing down. Thank you, Spirit. Knight of Pentacles. Three Knights. The Knight of Pentacles, I think we said it earlier, is slow growth. But it's moving forward. Okay? Knight, Knight, Knight. These Knights are here to tell you that it is time to take action on this. On taking care of yourself. On being a little more free and not being so fucking tight with the things that you've been lucky enough. I'm sorry, not lucky. But the things that you've been working hard on building. Because it's really not luck, is it? Because this is the Knight of Pentacles is slow moving, but you got your Ten of Pentacles here, and you want to move forward with this new way of being, with this amazing attitude of, I'm going to get this done. Because this is progress. Even though it's not fast, it's progress. I've said this before in readings, and even if you're moving like this, guess what? You look back, you're still further than you were. I might have said this at the beginning of the reading, but if I didn't, it's in my memory for no reason, but we'll say it again. And I apologize if I did say it. However, look at where you were a year ago. Think of the things that you wanted to accomplish. Have you done any of them? Yeah? Think of 3 things that you wanted to accomplish. Have you done any of them? You've done all 3? Amazing. You've done 1? Amazing. Don't look at what you've done and what you haven't done as in, ugh, I'm not moving fast enough, because it's not how it is. You move faster as you stand your ground, as you look at things through this is going to work as opposed to this is not going to work. I'm just looking what's on the bottom here. I really need the Knight of Wands actually, but Chariot. What did we say? We said this exact same thing earlier. The minute you start looking at things, we're going to break it down in the story, but the reason we said earlier the Chariot and the 8 of Wands is because once the belief really sinks in, once you know, you fully know that nothing is going to come and take away the things that you've worked hard for, because you've worked hard for them, you've earned it, and you deserve it, Taurus. Once that realization is actual, once you know it in your mind, you see the growth, and you feel it in your heart, things are going to fly in. But you have to have that connection. It has to all be there. We're going to pull from Moonology to clarify this any further. Or not. Looks like we... Okay. Stay in integrity. Yep. Alright. Between now and the near future, Spirit is telling you, do not back down. Because that's what this is. The 5 of Wands is the obstacle. It's backing down. The 7 of Wands is not backing down. I'm going to pull from the Spirit Oracle deck for your final message today, Taurus. And look at that at the end. Ooh, they want a specific card. Oh, I guess it's 2. Didn't mean that, but... Alright, let me make sure everything's turned on a little more. And, at this time, beautiful Taurus, I would like to ask for your subscription, for your likes, for your shares, for comments, all that stuff. Because that's what YouTube's all about, right? In order to get these messages out and grow this community and get these messages to the other Capricorns that need to know it, we need to grow the channel. So we want to build, that's my whole goal for 2025. It's a 9-year, we're making this shit happen. I'm not a 9 life path, but I'm a 9X, I'm the Hermit, I'm the Virgo, and I'm rambling, but anyways. Please consider subscribing to the channel, liking, and sharing. Alright, Taurus, your story is here. And I love the way it broke down like this. I didn't even do it on purpose. But the cards know what they're doing, and so does Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages. Building your legacy has been the focus over the past year for you. Making your mark, realizing that you can do anything you want to do, and watching that grow into this little nest egg that you've built. Amazing. But the penny pinching and the hoarding and the thinking you're not going to have enough if you just step out a little bit and spend a little bit has to end. That's the double energy that you have been wrestling with. It points it right out here. There's no question about it. Your double energy is hoarding to try to save for your future. Nope, that's not how you do it. Because you are abundant. You have to stop thinking that way. And the minute you do, there will be things coming into your life, and maybe that's what you're going through right now. If you've already started to cut the loss, cut the attitude of loss and lack, then the universe, or the things that are around you that you've been so beautifully building and giving energy to, is going to be like, ooh, wait a minute. I don't understand what's happening here. Taurus Taurus is a bull. Taurus likes to fight. He or she likes to really kind of hoard and make sure we have everything. These are our pentacles, they're not anybody else's pentacles. The minute you stop doing that, literally, using your knowing and your mind, knowing that if you just stay in integrity, you're watching this grow, stand your ground, that's part of staying in integrity, see things and move forward through the eyes of love and the fact that you know that the universe loves you and you've got this, it's going to bring it in real fast. That's what we got in the bottom here, the Chariot. Like we said earlier, final messages for Taurus today are: make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. Once you realize the true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. And the last message today: if your mindset is fixed, try to free yourself from that. Rise above it. Don't place limitations on what you think you can achieve. Don't stand in your own way. Allow yourself to flourish and always welcome abundance into all areas of your life. I mean, there we go, Taurus. I love you. Take care.